Where's our first victim? You guys want to try VR? No? There's always a problem getting the first person, but I guarantee whenever you get the first person, there's usually a line of 25 people immediately after that. You gotten kicked out of the mall a couple times. Hi there. How you doing? You ever tried VR before? And put that on top of your head. It's epic. When I first got into it, I just used to watch people in VR, their different reactions.
Yeah.
It blows their mind, basically.
First time I put that on, immediately my thought was, this just changed my whole course in life. This is what I'm doing for here on out. And that's when I really became an enthusiast turned evangelist.
Like I didn't plan on it, but I feel kind of like what a prophet would feel like, or something. That it's showing people them seeing the light for the first time or something. I don't know.
We've been dosing everybody out in Salt Lake on this stuff. We'll take it on trains, we'll take it to events, we'll take it to Comic-Con. We're showing this stuff all over, so it's really catching on.
Like nobody gets it, and then they put on the headset and they're like, whoa, and that experience is like awesome.
That's why things feel so intense in VR. When you see a whale come by, it's not a 2-inch whale on a monitor that's trying to portray a large whale. It is a huge whale, and it is the size that it should be. And I think that blows people's minds.
You put the device on, and that's the sell right there. I think you kind of have to have one. It was crazy, right?
I have been the happiest I've ever been in my whole life. I feel like I'm doing what I was made to do. We're here today at UVU showing the Peace and Justice class, how we can use VR for positive things in the world and help people to develop empathy. We want people to know the power of VR and what it can actually do. So, VR is one of those things, you can talk about it all day, but unless you actually try it, you really don't know what it's like. We can put you into Africa to witness firsthand the Ebola outbreak, a Syrian refugee camp. All of these experiences are fantastic, but we just want to get your brain accustomed to what VR is with this first demonstration. So, anyone want to go? Somebody walks in that has not tried VR before. You want to come? I think they are in for a mind-blowing experience because our only point of reference typically is two-dimensional screens. What people don't realize is when you put the headset on, the stereoscopy is so good, you are in a 3D space. And when people realize, one, that they can look around anywhere, and two, that they can now move through that space, that's the moment, right? And they're like, wow, because all of a sudden, the brain interprets what's going on in an experiential way. Not just a person observing, but your brain is convinced it's there. So it's a whole different way of processing information. It's like processing it in the real world.
I didn't know what to expect, honestly, with the virtual reality, but it blew my mind. It had me in a program where I was sitting on a lake where it was just nice and peaceful. And then there was a train off in the distance. It was just really neat to see just the environment. But then this sound came and got closer and closer to me, and it was the sound of the train horn, just right in my ear. And I looked to my left, and it was literally right there, charging at me. Oh. And it was so crazy, because then I hit a wall. It was awesome.
Everybody's doing something different. This is a chance for collaboration, sharing ideas, hanging out, and of course, diving into some VR. Did anyone bring your VR demo? Once somebody tries VR, they can see all the possibilities, and they can imagine these incredible things. I can imagine these incredible things, but I can't necessarily make those things become real in virtual reality. I need all of these people that have these specialized skills to help my dream come true. And everybody's in that same boat. There's so many backgrounds you can come from to contribute to the VR space. That's what's so amazingly cool. And people all over the world, in any major city pretty much now, are forming these VR meetups. There are not only the real world events, but also the virtual world events. There are platforms right now where people are going into virtual reality and joining each other in these virtual spaces. And there's talk shows, there's karaoke nights, there's presentations from experts, there's educational events. So, here we go. It's the grand adventure. I am thrilled to be alive to see this. And I want to be alive to see what the next 10 years and the next 20 years brings. This is what's crazy. My grandkids are going to say, how did you manage with just one reality? It's going to be commonplace in 10 years. In 5 years, Grandma will have a headset that she's using, most likely for social interactions. I mean, in some ways, it's going to be the next telephone, right? Because it allows Grandma to now be present when her granddaughter's having a birthday party across the country, right? So we're going to get there. There's going to be too many awesome tools that everybody's just going to kind of have to use VR at some point.